Why do you value freedom so highly? It's a good question. Why do I value freedom so highly? You know, I mean, it's like one of those questions that you never think about because it's almost like you're sitting there eating a fucking ice cream cone with some. I'm high, by the way. Just gonna get that out there. I eat an ice cream cone with some chocolate ice cream, the best fucking ice cream there is. You know, of the base flavors. All right, you know, obviously you can put crazy shit in there and make it even better. But of just like the fucking straight up flavors like chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, fucking, you know the drill. Chocolate is the fucking best. Okay? Vanilla's okay. Not against vanilla. Strawberry, whatever. You got some strawberry ice cream? I ain't gonna say no. But chocolate is the bomb. Anyway, total digression. Just off into nothingness. Into territory that means nothing. You know, someone comes up to you like, well, why do you like chocolate? Why do I think chocolate's the best? Why do you think vanilla's the best? Why does whoever thinks strawberry is the best think strawberry is the best? It's it's just like a question you don't really examine about yourself, you know? Like there's 1,001 things you could read into it too. Like you could say, well, if you like chocolate, you know, that means that you're fucking kinkier in bed or something. And maybe those two things are related. Maybe there's a certain personality type that just craves and loves chocolate. And I am definitely that fucking personality type. But I'm also the personality type that loves and craves freedom. I think being a degenerate helps. Like, you know, when you're a weirdo, you kind of really you learn to value your freedom a lot more when you are, you know, someone who's a little bit outside the mainstream. Someone who pretty much just plays the game of life by the rules, might not see the value of freedom as much as someone who likes to, you know, live life. I don't want to romanticize my own existence by claiming to live on the edge, because I don't. But someone who just, you know, lives their life a bit quirkily, a bit less conventionally than most. You know, we value freedom. And, you know, in America, there's a lot of people like that. And that's why this is a country that has traditionally valued freedom. Although, it's always, our vision of freedom has always been imperfect. I don't just aspire to freedom for my group of people or freedom for the certain groups of people. I aspire to freedom for everyone who can possibly have freedom. I think that the only morality with any weight is morality that is based upon the idea that I own myself and you own yourself, and what I do with my body is my business. What you do with yours is your business. And what I allow other people to do to my body is my business. What other people allow me to do to their bodies is their business and my business. And it's not your business, and it's not the state's business. So really, it's a personal preference. It's a necessity of existence, and it's just a moral principle for me. Freedom. Yeah. What's your opinion about Zeitgeist? I think I must have been asked this question 12,000 times. When I was a kid, people would always come up to me and they'd ask me, why are you so tall? That was the most common, not how tall are you, not what's it like to be so tall, just why are you so tall, as if it were a decision that I made. That was the question that tormented me in my childhood. What's my opinion on Zeitgeist is the question that torments me in my adulthood. I feel like I said adulthood twice. I meant childhood the previous time. If that's not what I said, if that is what I said, then I'm just being paranoid right now. What do I think of Zeitgeist? I didn't care for it. I think it was shoddily researched crap. I think it was a bunch of fluff with no real substance. That's what I thought. Did the pie eat the cake? There was a popular rhyme in schools when I was a kid, and it's probably still popular now. I don't know. There's a place in France where the naked ladies dance. You ever heard that? There's more, but I don't really know it offhand. Well, I don't know if this was like a weird variation that only existed in my school, but it stuck with me for life. This kid, he did this version, and it's total nonsense, but it reminds me of what you just said. When you said, did the pie eat the cake? It reminded me of this weird variation of this childhood rhyme that I picked up as a lad. There's a place in France where the naked ladies dance, and the dance that they do is enough to kill a Jew, and the Jew that they kill is enough to take a pill, and the pill that they take is enough to fry a snake, and the snake that they fry is enough to tell a lie, and the lie that they tell is enough to go to hell. And I like that rhyme, kind of. It's very childish, but you can literally, if you want to, you can take it to infinity. That was the version he did. But you can sit there all day and just fucking go through that shit. Like, how's it end? And the lie that they tell is enough to go to hell, and the hell they go to is enough to wear a shoe, and the shoe that they wear is enough to comb your hair, and the hair that you comb is enough to buy a dome, and the dome that you buy is enough to fill the sky, and the sky that you fill, it could just go on forever. It's really only limited by your capacity to come up with rhymes. How many bitches you fuck? 4. Always love your vids. That's not a question, you fucking cunt. Bullets spraying. Your name is Bullets Spraying, but then it's just a little picture of like Link from Legend of Zelda, and not even like a badass Link, one of the cutesy Links. So come on, man, work on your image here. Your screen name ain't matching up with your icon. Your icon should be like some fucking gangster or something. It should be like Al Capone with a fucking Tommy gun. Forgive me for coughing. How has smoking pot changed your outlook on life? I don't think that it has significantly changed my outlook on life. I think that it has given me the capacity for the better spontaneous generation of whimsical concepts, because I make better freeform associations when I'm high. I'm better at a coherent stream of thought when I'm high, which is a strange thing because it kind of seems like I'm distracted, but it's because I'm so in my head, and it's very hard to be... I become very introverted high. I become a lot more like I was when I was a younger person, a adolescent, and from adolescence to like older teenage years, I was a lot more of an introvert than I am now, or at least than I am now without the use of marijuana. But the thing is that it's like a double-edged sword in a lot of ways, the pot thing, because there's certain things that your mind will do better on pot, and then there's certain things that it won't do as well. Like, as I mentioned, I make better freeform associations. I'm more imaginative. I'm more able to do really powerful deconstructions of things that I'm watching. Like, you notice every little flaw, and with something. At least I do. I notice every fucking flaw with a movie or a TV show when I'm high. I can fucking tear that shit apart. And I'm always like that, even when I'm sober. But it's just like when I'm high, it's fucking so sharp, and it's like I can hold like 13 thoughts in my head at once. But but if I actually have to do a task, like with my body when I'm high, I'm useless. I'm a fucking useless sack of, like, I'm just like I might as well be a marionette. Is that marionette? Whatever. Just pull this fucking strings. I'm just like a clumsy, ragged fucking thing. Because I'm not. I don't have my mind on the task at hand. I have my mind and my crazy fucking high thoughts, where I'm sitting there thinking about giant space cows wielding fucking meat cleavers interlocked in the battles while standing on the rings of fucking Saturn, bouncing from fucking asteroid to asteroid and shit. So it's just wacky fucking bullshit like that. And the price I pay for having those sorts of fun and interesting thoughts that amuse me to no end is that I have no coordination. People say like, oh, it gives you bad short-term memory, but my short-term memory has always been fucking garbage anyway, so it doesn't matter. But as for my like overall outlook about life, really, it doesn't change much. It's I have the same general thoughts and opinions whether I'm smoking pot or not. Which one do you like the most? Banana up you ass, oil to the balls. Answer, faggot. I think I'm gonna combine the two and say that oil to my ass was the best. I don't know if that ever leaked, but there was another one where I poured the oil on my ass. That was my favorite. I'm kind of ass-centric in my head, I think. And the oil was more intense than the banana, so I liked it better. You like ponies, don't you, TJ? No, I don't, really. What is the oldest piece of technology you still use? My brain, my body, my senses. This is a piece of technology developed by nature. That's a dick answer. That's like, haha, fuck your question. I just give you some fucking answer that actually evades the question entirely because I don't want to fucking think about it. Alright, let me think. Oldest piece of technology that I still use. It depends on how everything, like a door is technology. It's got a hinge. You got a little thing you turn. That's a piece of technology. But I'm assuming that you mean like electronics equipment, like that kind of technology. So I guess that the oldest thing I use would probably be like my microwave is new, my toaster is new. My phone is kind of old, but it's not really super old. It's kind of old as phones go. Probably that TV back there. That TV is like a good 10 years old now. But it was like top of the line at the time, so it's aged pretty well. But, now it's like, you could probably buy something better than it for $700. Okay, let's see. Where was I? What's your favorite Dylan song? I think my favorite Dylan song is "Knocking on Heaven's Door," even though it's really hard to get the fucking what was that other shitty band that did it? Guns N' Roses. It's hard to get the Guns N' Roses version out of my head. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Whoa. Yeah. Fuck that. You can't even say door. Fuck you. Go away. You know, I know a lot of Bob Dylan fans don't like that song for some reason, but I do. I really dig it. Has Ray William Johnson asked you to be in a video yet? And if not, what's taking him so long? I don't know. He's just being a dick about this. It's really not impressive. What is your favorite Cohen song? I assume you mean Leonard Cohen. My favorite Leonard Cohen song is probably Closing Time. I don't know why. It's just, I really like the lyrics. Opinions on the book Animal Farm. You know, I always thought Animal Farm was just as apt as a criticism of religion as it is a criticism of, like, you know, communism. Or, you know, any sort of authoritarian government. Have you played Fallout 3? Yes, I've played Fallout 3. How often do you praise Allah? Every 10 minutes I'm praising Allah. You know me. I'm just, you know, I don't even believe in Allah, but still, I just feel the need to praise him. I wonder if that means he's the one true God. Probably. I remember you said that you tried a hallucinogenic drug before. How would you describe your experience with it? Okay. Well, let's see. Me and my friend Jesse, we knew this fucking guy who, like, was kind of a drug dealer in our school. You know, we were like in like junior high, kind of like high school setting, and we knew this dude who was kind of a drug dealer, but he was really bad at it. Like he never got anything that you wanted. Like no, I don't think you know. Looking back, I don't even really think Jesse knew him. It was really just someone I knew, and he was really bad at the drug dealing thing. He never had any drugs, which if you're a drug dealer, that's a problem. Step one to being a drug dealer is have drugs. He didn't, and he was like fucking stupid as dirt. Okay, like. I remember that he was like a surprisingly decent artist. That was the strange thing. Like, he was an idiot, but he could kind of draw. You know, like better than most people. Better than like 99% of people he could draw. It wasn't like amazing. It wasn't the kind of stuff that'll get you into the fucking top art schools. But it was impressive, and it was especially impressive because he was so fucking stupid. Like there was everything you said to him, he just had this look of non-comprehension, and he would lose the thread of conversations left and right. And this is maybe the reason he didn't have any drugs is because he was doing them all himself. I don't fucking know. Anyway, for fucking weeks and weeks and weeks, he's telling me about how he's gonna get me acid. He's gonna get me acid, man. Fucking tomorrow the acid's coming. Oh, my fucking cousin is gonna get the acid, and then he's gonna give it to me, and then I'm gonna give it to you, and so on and so forth. And finally, one day, the acid actually manifests, and I have Cody over at my house. Not Cody. What the fuck? That's weird. I have Jesse over at my house, and I don't remember the exact specific details, but I remember he was there. He was in my room, and I had an adjoining bathroom that I went in, and I took the acid, and then I came out, and I said, hey, I just took acid, and now you have to fucking babysit me. Because I kind of thought maybe if I fucking told him, then he'd like try to talk me out of it or something, or he wouldn't want to do it. So I just figured I'd make the decision for him, and I did. And, so then I remember very few things. I remember that I stripped down to my underwear, which I drew happy faces on my underwear. I have no memory of drawing the happy faces, but I did. I drew happy faces on my underwear. And they were like tidy whities, too. So imagine me in just tidy whities and now try to control that erection. Drawing fucking smiley faces on my fucking underwear. And I remember the reason that started too is because there was like a little piss spot on my fucking underwear because like I'm on acid, so I have very little like even understanding of what's going on. Like I'm not totally removed from reality. Like it's not strong enough to pull me out of reality entirely, but like everything is what it isn't. And it's just like dimensions don't make sense anymore. So of course I get some piss on my underwear. Not that that's even would even be unusual, really, if I'm honest, because I'm a pretty fucking impatient person. Like I don't have time to fucking make sure there's like not even a speck of piss on my dick. I'm just kind of like whatever. So there was a little yellow spot, and I'm like, oh, it's kind of like the fucking smiley face, and I drew the first smiley face, and I remember that, but then I don't remember drawing any of the other ones, but nevertheless I did. There was a bunch of smiley faces all over my underwear, and I fucking remember that Jesse's leg started growing, and I was terrified that the rapid growth of his leg was going to destroy the universe. So I was like, oh shit, I've got to save the universe. I don't consider myself very courageous, but I guess that if the entire universe is in jeopardy, you can count on me to spring into action. So I basically wrapped myself around Jesse's leg because I thought it was just growing, and I basically thought that it fucking consume me because I felt like tremendous pressure all over after that. And then he basically, like, I don't know, it was weak acid because it didn't last that long. Like an acid trip is supposed to last quite a while, and really for me it was like I took it and then maybe like 15-30 minutes later I fucking start having some hallucinations and I'm totally out of reality, but like within like 4 hours or so I was almost back to normal. So it wasn't good strong shit, but it was enough to make me think that my friend's leg was gonna grow and consume the universe. That's a Gorn, not a hellish creature. I don't know when I said it was a hellish creature. Have you heard Tech Nine's album? I haven't heard no Tech Nine. Damn you! Where did you get the various Marilyn Manson pieces of art around your house? Well, that poster back there, that's in segments over there, was given to me by my friend Galen, who is a very good friend of mine. I don't know where he acquired it, somewhere on the internet. There's some posters of Manson upstairs, one of which was from my stepmother, who I hate, but still, it's a cool Manson poster, even though it has some mold growing in it, unfortunately. And then I have a wall scroll that I think we also found online, maybe like Amazon or something, and then we have a poster that we got at the Manson concert itself. So that's about that. Oh, and there's also my wife's Manson shirt with the Antichrist Superstar Shock logo on it. And she acquired that at a Manson concert as well. And she wears it a lot, but we also, when she's not wearing it, it's kind of like a decoration in our room because we have it hung up on the wall so that, like basically my wife and I's room is like we're surrounded on all sides by Manson. He like looks over us, he watches over us like a deity. So I guess that if I am religious in any sense, it would be the religion of Marilyn Manson. How many AIDS do you have? I have over 9,000 AIDS. What do you think of the Zeitgeist movement? Zeitgeist. Fuck you, Zeitgeist. Fuck you for existing. Why? 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 I swear for fucking 7 goddamn fucking years I have listened to this fucking question about this fucking movie. I don't fucking care. I fucking hate those fucking shitty movies. Stop asking me about fucking Zeitgeist. Just fucking stop. You're gonna drive me insane. Would you kill all stupid people, the faggots that don't know how mirrors work, if you could? No, I don't want to kill them. I don't want to kill them because then they're even stupider. You know, you kill someone, you take the IQ down to 0. What I'd like to do is educate these people. I'd like to fucking live in a society where intelligence, education, critical thinking, those kind of things are actually fucking valued, so that stupid people like that wouldn't be stupid for long. And if they were that stupid, they would realize at some point that they were fucking stupid. They wouldn't, maintain this delusion of competency because society says that it's okay to be a fucktard. It's not okay to be a fucktard, goddammit. I mean, sure, it's okay if you're a fucktard and you know it and you just step out of the fucking way and find something else to do. Sure, then it's okay to be a fucktard, but it's wrong to be a fucktard and still think like, man, I'm entitled to my opinion. You're not entitled to shit. You're entitled to sit in the corner and shut the fuck up. You're a moron. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. The sooner you realize it, the better off the planet will be. But I'm not an intellectual elitist, though. Who's your favorite porn star? Me. I have one of the most watched porns on the internet. So I think I can qualify as my own favorite. Would you do me? I don't know. I don't know what you look like. Why is my dick so huge? I don't know why your dick is so huge. Come here and we'll measure it and see how huge it really is. I don't have any tape around though, so we'll have to figure out some other place that it can be measured. What do you think about the Israel-Palestine situation? I was watching the History Channel the other day. I'm not proud of it. Pawn Stars is a guilty fucking pleasure of mine. I will occasionally watch a few episodes of Pawn Stars. I'm ashamed of it to the very core of my being, but it's true. And anyway, I had Pawn Stars on in the background, and all of a sudden there's this show on called the fucking Hatfields and McCoys, where apparently the Hatfields and McCoys are still fucking feuding with one another. Now, it's reality TV, so I don't fucking believe a goddamn thing that it presents to me. But it still occurred to me nonetheless that if the Hatfields and McCoys are still fucking fighting, then there's just some people who are just always going to be at each other's fucking throats. There's just some people that no matter what, they're never going to get along. There's because there's people right now, like in the KKK. Racists have clearly lost. Racism has clearly fucking lost the ideological battle for the heart of America, and yet there's still people in the KKK holding on to the idea that there is some white supremacy, and that white people are going to somehow take over the country once again, and races will resegregate, and white people will have their white people places where they do their white people things, and black people will have their black people places where they do black people things, and so on and so forth. And it's just like, what are you gonna do? There's just such animosity there. As long as the as long as as long as the hatred's being passed on from generation to generation, as long as every kid who grows up in Palestine learns to hate every kid that grows up in Israel, and vice versa, you're never gonna see the situation fucking resolved.